Oh yeah, in other news, Monster Hunter Go came out. So that's kind of cool. I've been sad if I deleted that save. Alright. Let's head on in to see what's going on.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. He's with me.
Come.
Come on, command.
Jahira!
What about my party? Ah. Fascinating. Both your command magic and technical implementations were impeccable.
A good start. But you've told me something I already know. Tell me something I don't.
We have a bomb with us. I'm wearing adamantite armor. You're not going to hit me. I saved your soldier, and this is the thanks I get. Could you at least explain to me why you're doing this?
Kindness is too often a decoy.
Okay.
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets.
Oh, they probably could have
There's
killed one of them.
thing that we know. It's that it knows its own kind.
Let me out. Kill them all.
You should never have come here, true soul.
Rage against the vines. I don't have barbarian. I'm not a true soul. Like the hoppers you saved. Accept your fate. Preposterous experiment. The tadpole could be reacting to anything. Let me go.
Wizards. Always talking. Never knowing when to be quiet. It'll hurt less if you hold still. I mourn for whoever you were before the Absolute infected you.
Stop! What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Wait, which child is this?
Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Even caught us thieving and didn't make a
That
thing
is
of it.
her. Plumb to your eye.
Pretty much trust him with my life.
A true soul with a mind of his own? How is that possible?
A long story. That I'm not going to explain to you. Because you don't deserve it. And I suspect this isocahedral artifact is involved. Will approves. Thank you for giving me that, Shadowheart.
What in the hells is that thing?
I don't know. So far it's been a lifesaver. Here's hoping you agree. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah.
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt.
Yes!
Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease.
The Hoppers.
I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark.
Ah!
Tell me,
Stop kicking me! It hurts!
why have you come here?
To destroy the Absolute in its lair, Moonrise Towers. Get off my bowl of ice cream, you little twit. She wants to destroy me right now. Ow. Just want to kill the parasite in my head. Moonrise Tower is my only lead. I'm here on holiday. I like that one. Destroy their
You
lair.
found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Nice. Can I have my hand back, please? Can you stop biting it? Thank you.
I bet they're close.
Shut up. Oh, we can just go back? Interesting. I kind of thought I would... I wonder if it, like, just closes off quest lines. You can go back to places, but you can't do other questing things.
There's more where that came from.
Hello.
Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
What party is it that I'm crashing?
Rescue party.
Not that you'll give a triple shot damn, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists. Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur himself.
I was
The
helping.
Absolute's taken him then. No question about it.
Rescue party sounds right up my alley, as a matter of fact. I was there in the aftermath. I don't suppose the Councilor Flork made it all the way here.
Sure did. For all the good that does us.
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
Come on. We need to talk to Floric.
Guess you need to be a goddamn counselor to get room and board around here.
Torches, in case you didn't have any. Yeah, let's talk to the Harper.
Take a stroll, have a drink. Enjoy.
And you're in that box again. You're going to get stuck one of these days. Oh. Interesting. Not did roots. Such a little gremlin. What are you doing? I wonder if that's my cloak that's doing that. Wait, is it my armor? It must be me being unhappy.
More activity among the cultists, Mom.
Daring to
Bloodless.
march, I wager. Seems
Last
that way.
night's best bargains, right here.
Practice rot. Matthias.
What's in here?
No, Mattis. I'm guessing those are just icons for important people, not necessarily like vendors.
Something over there.
Ah, right there. What's in the dirt mound? I can open it, right? Yeah, it's not illegal.
Let's see.
Guess we can just step out and go this way. Oh, it's over here.
Looking ahead.
A tiefling. Push them! Right over the river.
I can't.
You can't what?
Please, I just want to be alone.
Hmm? Bargain. Why are you crying?
It's Dennis. He's gone. Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. Said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. Martin Dor, Roshan.
He's dead. How did you manage to get away? Sounds like he meant a lot to you. What you're saying is your life is saved and you left your soulmate to die. How did you manage to get away?
I've always been good at running. Unlike Dennis. I didn't realize one day our lives would depend on it. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Anything I can do to help? Sounds like your boy toy's coffin chow.
Not unless you can bring him back. Can you?
Probably killed and eaten him. In that order, if he's lucky. Let's go with 2. I'll do my best,
It's
no
hard
problem.
to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me.
Okay, gotta find her hubby. Gotta find her boy toy, as I put it. Another exit over here. A little lookout up here? Yes. Alright, in we go. Into the inn we go. Never mind, we're going to walk on the fountain first. Why did you take that route?
Maybe not, Mom. Don't wander far. We need to talk.
Ah, is this the room of the people that I saved? It is. Hello, Fordic. Floric.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
I've made it here.
Floric.
Will? Gods, please, no. The Blade of Frontiers was supposed to be my secret weapon. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers?
Now, we just got here. Not yet. Now, the Flaming Fist going to just stand around here. What's with the fellow on the cot?
Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other.
Okay. What can you tell me about Isabel?
Cleric of Saluna. She's got a room upstairs if you want to meet her. Just don't interrupt her while she's doing whatever it is that keeps this place shadow-free.
So kill her. I'd like to talk to him.
Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks.
Oh boy.
Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
The Steel Watch. Gortash. That name. It's sickeningly familiar. Lord Gortash. I thought he was no more than a counselor.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The
Lord?
Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons.
Also, are there
sent into
automatons or
battle without
something?
risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't
Well, that's
count on
shame.
me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
Who has the tech bot? I have one.
What am I to do?
What am I to do? Speak with dead. You have no magic. You have no magic.
I have a lot on my mind.
Here I find a
In it.
vendor.
Seems like a good moment.
Flame colour. That's your name, isn't it? Art colour? I'm Fistula.
And Fistula.
Climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Halson. I know from a friend of mine, Halson.
Really? Could you bring
Oh,
him here?
that's the child, isn't it?
You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir?
Can he hear you?
You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me.
Let me have a look.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Let's see. Wizard Arcana. Recall your studies. What could be causing this? I have double advantage on this. Nice. Reason, wizard. But I'm bloodless. Did they speed up the dice rolling animation?
He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
Maybe there's something you missed. Shield-bound tome. Roll. Fine, roll. I did not mean to skip it.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
You already checked for personal effects.
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reactions.
I'll just put it in my pocket.
But he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Leave. Worn letter.
Some parchment there. Looks official.
Where torches protect mortal souls from a shadow curse, dousing one is considered a crime.
You've been warned. Let's see. Parchment there. Looks official. Wicker chest. Worn letter. Okay. Rank flame. Obtain information about current activities in Moonrise Towers. In this environs, headed to Catherick Thorn of Regent's ancestral Thorn family. Orders. Take lodging at Last Night Inn. Investigate a local house of healing. Reports indicate corruption, but no corroboration has yet been obtained. Note: the region's Thorn family are long-standing devotees of Thulun. Rumors indicate a Sharan enclave might be gaining momentum on Granty Gelton. I'm going to go to camp.
Need to find a way forward.
Oh, we have a new camp to look around.
No traps, please.
Ah, my good fellow. You've got quite the comfortable things going on here. Free. Oh, there's a dog. Where's Halls and... There you are.
I'll take that.
No, you won't. You're going to talk to him. Poor Will. His tent is set up in deep water. Let's see. Flaming Fist last night. There's a flaming fist at last light. A curse has left him insensible, but he's muttering about a boy named Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
I will join you right now. There he is. Oh, hey.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Well, shit. Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
Nah. As we... Can I just read that? I can.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Hey, who's saying that? Who's saying have a gander? Can I have a goose? I'll leave somebody in here. Oh, Jahara.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
You drink first. Madison, smell the wine. He has 3 gold. It doesn't seem as if it's been tampered with. Nailed it.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jahira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
What was it? A rare specimen found in the Moonshale Isles. It must have been shorn under a full... and must be shorn under a full moon. An honor you to go to such efforts for me.
You know more of the herb than I do, it seems. Except for how it tastes, perhaps.
Whatever.
Don't be shy.
Bottoms
Have
up.
a gander at
Disapproves.
the finest stock.
There's no reason to be dishonest here.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them.
They disapproved on that
I
one.
speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien.
Yeah, that's
Answer
just
true
the
and
dark
do not
presence
lie.
inside me.
The parasite is changing you.
Premium
Isn't it?
trinkets
Nope.
and doodahs.
Cloud your thoughts with your madness. Weave a lie. I see now why you spiked my wine. The parasite is giving me powers I've never had before. It's changing me for the better. But I'm not using them! I'm not using the powers.
Last night's best bargains right here.
Nailed it. I don't even have Constitution proficiency.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you.
Don't be shy. Have a
People
gander
with
at the
parasites
finest
in their
stock.
brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Sounds like necromancy at play.
It seems likely, which means he isn't working alone. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried.
Again.
But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate.
Last night's best bargains
I put an arrow
right
through
here.
his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me.
That's pretty.
and
That's
chased
pretty
us
metal.
into the shadows. Things looked hopeless. But experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
We can discover the source of his own immortality. Why, the potential is endless.
There is only one outcome that interests me. Killing Ketherick Thorn and ensuring that it sticks this time.
Just pour concrete on his
Protected
grave
by
so he
your
can't
artifact,
be exhumed.
You can
Crap.
infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul.
Premium
Find out what it is that
trinkets and
makes
Oh
him
boy.
invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword. Together, we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
Fire assault plan, except it puts me right on the front line of fire. I wanted to be cured of it.
Last night's best
You're the only one who can
right
get inside
here.
the towers. You were born for this mission.
Not really.
Made for it,
I was
rather.
made. Yeah.
But you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Gatheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at moonrise. Until then,
Don't be shy.
we keep drinking wine when we meet.
The finest stock.
How do I reach him? The tower is surrounded by
They're
shadows.
not our only secret weapon. Isobel,
Oh.
a faithful cleric of Seluna, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive.
Still alive, are we?
Upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
But what about you guys?
Premium trinkets and
Come on here.
doodahs.
Who's saying that? Is it you?
Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
Got any stock for an extra special customer like me? Yours is the first happy face I've seen in a good while.
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone, but I do have something pretty special in stock.
A key.
A key? What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out.
I'm going to be
Mole gave it to me
scammed.
and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old jackaday.
Use mole. Oh god. I'm going to get scammed again. Acrobatics? Plus AC. I can give those to Will, because those are shoes. They're not armor. Melee arrow? What? Is that a cloak? What does it do? Disengages. It also creates a foggy cloud. I can give that to Gale. Or not Gale. I can give that to Ashtaron. These look like scan. Arrow slaying. Petal. Mole said I could have it. Well, this is bad. Shit. I just mean to skip it. You know what? We have 4 inspiration. I'll give it one more try. Well, shit. I managed to get +2 on it though.
She always says the stuff I like is junk. I'm gonna make a killing on this. You'll see.
Last night's best bargains right here.
What are you looking for?
I'll buy the ring. Oh, the key. Well, this is the first happy face I've seen in a good while.
I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
Aw, child innocence.
What about it?
I'll buy it.
This is a valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is The price isn't changing.
There's way too little. Keep the change. I'll be back with the money. That is way too expensive. What the fuck?
Let's have a rummage.
I wanted water. I bloody asked for it.
Did he get it? No, I just lost hiding.
Just like old time.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from Elturel? Maybe
Bear!
Mom.
Dark Maw the Wicked.
Don't look now. Time for discretion.
No chance, that's too much.
As Mole would say, I have a gander at the finest stock.
Is that Darkmoor the Wicked? I don't believe it. His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloak Wood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here? Is that Darkmoor the Wicked? I don't believe it. His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloak Wood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
Where did the little girl go? I'm scared. Not of her, of ensuing guards or something. I did manage to get away with the key, though.
It'll need to. Cleric's magic won't hold out the darkness forever.
Oh, I can just take these now.
Better not be cursed.
Hand me the bottle. It's not hard.
He was the last one to check in.
What's up for discussion?
Hello. There's a cat.
Ah, you found your way. Good.
Let's see. I told you I'd help West Woman. This is my first stop. What are you doing here?
I thought I'd scout ahead. Check for any nasty surprises. Of which I found a great deal.
I like the air. What did you find?
Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course. And the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too. There's a recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help.
Oh, what pray tell
That
is
is,
that?
if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others.
Of course.
In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll
Deep
need
Gnomes.
it if you're going to save Wulbren.
Of course. I thought that was your mission. How do the Deep Gnomes get trapped in the towers? I have more important things to do. Attack! How do the Deep Gnomes get
They
trapped?
didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those.
Well, that is what kidnapped
If I ever
implies.
get my hands on one of them, well, with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part according to my talents, and you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
What do you need for it? Because you probably don't have... I like the name. What does it do? It's explosive, but more better explosive. And then I can do the help.
Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
I'm going to talk to the cat. Where did the cat go? His Majesty. Oh, God.
I say hiss!
Don't scare the kitty. Easy, kitty. I mean you no harm. You don't have whiskers. It's got your whiskers in a twist. Easy, kitty.
And yet you harm me by your very presence. This is my territory, and you're in it.
Apologies. Brachus is permitted, and I'm not. My intentions are pure. I only wanted to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
You're quite the specimen you are. How did you come by this place?
I slinked, of course.
Quietly admire the cat. You know, someone who knows what he's about. Hear anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you?
Disgraceful.
Do I? Disgraceful.
I quietly admire the
You've
cat.
had enough, now go.
What?
Quickly.
Oh, is he a cat person? Sleeping. Cat.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
Well, I mean, I thought you wanted to talk about the cat. You said he was your master. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago.
Yeah, I knew that much.
I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
How were you turned? Did he attack you? Tormentor, what did he do?
Not him, no. A gang of thugs attacked me, angry about a ruling that I'd handed down as magistrate. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
Not a good master, I take it.
He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse.
I mean, yeah, you would rather eat the rat. Sounds terrible, I'm so sorry. Well, you're free now. Enjoy the freedom.
I will. But I won't take it for granted. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
I'll watch your back, don't worry. You keep me safe, and I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Stay at camp. Don't know why I'm doing it like this. Shows. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, I can. Potions. Potions. The broken lanterns. Ow. Loot.
Get the bottle. Hand me the bottle. It's not hard.
You probably don't have anything to say.
Take it easy while you can.
What's something I can? Isabel's room. Since I returned, there's been a filth in me. I feel it in my very lungs. I can't get it out. It will never out? It will never out this death that reeks within me. There is some things even the Moon Maiden cannot heal. There are some things she would never accept in her devoted. I should never have come back. What is it she regrets? Oh, that's kind of a cool cloak. I forget what it does. Oh, when you disengage.
I should speak up.
She almost looks like Melina. At least from behind, with the hairstyle. Moon. Cool. Ah, that's the death that's inside of her.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you.
Xavier, how did you figure that? And you? I've heard you're the protector of this inn, banisher of the shadows. Pleased to meet you. And you?
Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. Free
So it would
from
seem.
Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
Yeah, pretty much. Seek protection from the shadow curse.
The blessing falls uneasily over your tainted body. You can't help but dream. To kill her would destroy all of last light. You yearn for it so deeply.
It hurts.
And that makes sense.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the shadow curse, which will get you closer to the towers.
Oh,
There are
really?
places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker.
You want to be Lap
stronger.
Kitty now?
The cultists are able to traverse even the
No, the
deepest
function wants
shadows
playtime.
there. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Selûnite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me.
Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier.
Oi! Stay off my girlfriend. Anything else I should know before heading off?
Ketherick is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Nani? Oh, is this Ketherick? Flaming Fist of Marcus.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
Speak of the devil. I say we follow that winged freak. What are you?
So, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketherick, alive.
Probe his thoughts for more information. Nailed it.
A haunting face swims into your mind's eye, its instructions vivid vivid in your mind. Nothing is more important than bringing the girl alive.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Marcus is trying to kidnap you, Isabel. We're going to need to fight our way out of this one.
Pathetic. The Absolute
Bruce,
sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has.
Some broken-ass wings.
Time to go, Isabel.
Failed constitution. That means I fell over? Oh, that's Mole. No, the child!
Moon Maiden, guide my hand.
The club.
With Isabel dead, the whole sanctuary will be flooded with blood. A far finer future than her taken alive.
I like that she's yellow. Let's see.
On my way.
Oh, I'm not hidden. Try to ambush her. Miss. No, 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 no.
Come along, Isabel.
Vampiric shout. Yes. Let's see. Knock unconscious on Isabel. She is still standing. I kind of want to just push him away. Get the fuck out. Let's see, you have any resistances? None, but you are threatened. Let me just, like, move around this way. Are you in heavy armor, perchance? You are. I'm going to grab you. Are you farkin'... Aw, not found.
Forever dauntless.
I hit you! What the fuck? I hit you! There we go. Now I punch you. Wait. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, that's lame.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
Wild shape panther. Meow. Surprende. Wait, wild shape's a bonus action. Why didn't you attack? Oh god. Wait, is turn on dead? Healing word, okay. You know what? Hunter's Mark. And you know what? You can just stand back there. 55. 55, probably 55. 30%. Okay, we're going for the dex save. Nice. Slowly getting through his temp HP, but obnoxiously enough. There's a lot of people in this turn order. Schmack! We don't know what's going on in there. Oh, you're here. That's right. Yump. Some fries, motherfucker. Oh no. He's paralyzed. Yes. I don't have extra attack, that's right.
They won't know what bit them.
Lost condition hiding. Rip.
General Ketherick wants her alive at any cost.
Wow, you lost concentration off of that. This shit seemed rigged.
Isabel! No!
That fucker crit 3 out of his 4 attacks. And resisted everything. I missed so many 60% chances. She was my sacrifice. It was a delight. Marcus was a true soul. He's taking Isabel to Ketherick.
God spare us. Ketherick was planning our demise all along. Listen closely, for there's very little time. Even if last light falls, your mission does not change. You must find Ketherick Thorm. And you must kill him. As impossible as that task sounds, there must be a way to break the spell that makes him invincible. There are secrets in this ancient waste hidden from... But hark. Something stirs.
I'm 100% loading the game to see if... That seems super fucking rigged. Nothing was able to hit him, and he crit almost all of his attacks.
It's happening. They'll all be taken by the shadows. Only by the grace of Isabel's spell will we be spared the same fate. We cannot hesitate. Not even for those we knew. Those we cared for. They're no longer who they were. Still your hearts, and steady your hands. To battle!
The battle. Dread ambusher. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure... Okay, I'd auto-save at the end of that conversation. That's a bit rough.
Moving. I wish we had a bloody army.
Doodars! Check it out! We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need? What does it look like? Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old Jackaday.
Roll again. Oh my god. I'll try one more time. Don't do many attempts with this man. Are you fucking kidding me? The odds of rolling a 3 twice in a row on a d20 is so fucking low. Whatever.
She always says the Last Light's best bargains right here. In the market for something special?
What I won't
Ready or not,
send any more of our people into the curse.
be very, very quiet. Let's prowl like a wraith on tippy toes on the hunt, like a wraith into the shadows.
Oh my god. Go into the shadows.
Don't be shy. Have a gander.
Is she actually seeing me?
Very well. Best be on my way.
Don't wonder. Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What?
Who the fuck is seeing him? Okay, I need to talk to her, probably.
What does it look? Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old Jackaday.
Oh my god. Nice.
I mean, maybe.
Found the inn. Why is it hold on to a dusty key? EC6. Also, I didn't think about trying it multiple times with different characters.
I guess it is kind of old. Here. Birds of a feather.
Are you calling me old?
Trinkets and doodahs.
I don't know if I appreciate saying that to me. That goes to you. These go to Will. An elaborate plated key. Oh, that's like a rook. Oh, castle means by tower shape.
Last Light's best bargains right here.
F4. On the greater healing potions. You are lying to me, game, and you know it. Okay, whatever.
On my mind.
Please. To your very good health.
Medicine. Do this all the exact same. Barely made it.
You perceive a faint...
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. You know more of the herb than I do, it seems. Bottoms up. Well over it. Still not quite so people tend to... There's an air about you. Answer me true and do not lie.
I'm going to lie.
Parasite is changing you. Isn't it?
Barely made it.
Good. I have the cult. We tracked them to this ancient village. Only to be... It seemed he was a but we met... You are that hope. There is... Find out what... Once Ketherick is without his shield. The sword. You're the... Beside any... Whatever. Until then, we keep drinking wine. You're... She's upstairs.
Last Light's best bargains
At
right here.
his magic.
I say hiss!
Easy, kitty, mean you know
Yes,
harm.
this is my territory, and you're in it.
I apologize. I only wanted to admire you up close.
I'll allow it.
Oh, allow it. You're quite the
I
specimen.
slinked, of course.
Of course.
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
That was great.
You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes.
Yes. Leave the cat. Not my first time.
Ah, you found your way.
What are you doing here? What did you find?
That is, if you're
Of
still
course
going
I
in
am.
that, you'll need it. If
Oh,
you're
they
going
get
to-
trapped.
the brilliant retort will aid you.
Anything I can do?
But some of
Here we go.
Send any more of our people into the curse.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
He still...
No,
Is it...
he must.
Florry.
Well, I don't suppose you found a way into the towers.
What's the fellow on the cart?
Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us, Cleric of Saluna. She's got a room. Good. A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained
Sickeningly
considerable.
familiar.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation.
Okay.
The Steel Watch, Lord.
Same dialogue, doesn't matter. Fairly well. I'll talk to you.
Flame color.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man...
Really? Could you bring him here? You hear me, don't you, sir? But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends.
Let me have a
even.
look at him.
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Yeah, whenever there's like advantage dice, it rolls really quickly.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin.
This was in his pocket.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
It's official.
Is that in his pocket? Looks official.
Wonder what he found.
House of Healing. I know what he found. And then now we go to camp.
Have a gander at the
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look indeed. This is a much smaller campsite. And Will. Poor guy. Just sleeping in water. Hey, Olsen.
You wish to speak? He is? Then I must... I will go...
I will go at once. We go together. Gods!
Listen.
It's a shame that he just doesn't tell me something I don't already know.
It's true. We need to wake him. He must know... We need to unlock whatever's left of him.
I'll see what I can do.
don't
I don't deserve you. Okay. Also, I am going to metagame this a little bit, since I know going up here fucks everything. I want to do some stuff here first. It's a bit mean. Not gonna lie, it's a bit mean. There.
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Cerith, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap only for me to land them in this one.
Oh. Where's Zevlor?
Gone. And more than half the others with him.
Oh.
We were ambushed out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze. Begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us. Making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others...
Damn. He just backed down.
Maybe the curse.
I guess he wanted to keep everybody safe, but... You stand your ground, you deserted your allies. Disgraceful. Have hope you survived. Have hope you survived. I'm sure the others did too.
Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him.
Is he
A
dead?
little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
That is, damn. Innkeeper's lockbox. Can I just open that? Oh hey, Sir Roland, the magician man.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
Rude. You saved the kid. Sounds like you deserve a drink. The kid's right. You need to lay off the liqueur. I'm going to trade you. You have less than nothing. I want to talk about your sorrows instead of drowning them.
I'd rather drown than talk to a sanctimonious prick like you. If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time.
I heard about the attack in the Shadowlands. I'm here to help.
Oh, sod off! I'm only here because you helped me and my family. I was ready to cut and run back at the Grove, but you had other ideas. Carl and Leo are taken in by your crap. You convinced them to play hero, and now they're gone.
And you regret not being with them. Then it's my responsibility to bring them back. I really ought to say, stop whining and do something about it. Let me leave that there. I'm going to go grab something to drink, because I want to.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Dorel? Maybe not, Mom.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Stop whining and do something about it. What am I to do? Do you know where they are? Then it's my responsibility to bring them back.
They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Don't be shy.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Roland?
I don't need your help, and I don't need your pity.
Where are your siblings? Let's just rub some salt in the wound. Hey, where are your siblings at?
What's that?
A loose plank with a snowburst ring. Deals cold damage. They create a circle of ice around the target. Scribbled notes. Read. How much longer must I languish here? I'd hoped to be in Baldur's Gate a 10-day ago, but the blasted toll house keeper won't accept my papers. When Father hears of this, he'll be furious. There's something odd about this village. People skulk around like they've something to hide. The shrines to the Moon Maiden seem ill-tended and barren. I'd hoped to learn more about Ketheric Thorm, the village leader, but talk of him seems to put people on edge. I'm not sure I can bear another hour of this loathsome place. Will, I got a ring for you. Because you do cold damage. Put it on, please. Thank you. Wooden chest. Why can I loot everything here?
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Oh, there's Mole.
Your move, Mole.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it. For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
Oh boy. Let's see. No, I failed insight! His setup is a clever little trap, but his Cyric looks rather open, don't you say? Of course I play. No better to learn strategy on Lanceboard. It's fun too. Accidentally jostle the board Mole's way. Pull back. Protect your queen above everything else. You shouldn't be playing games with this man. He is the devil. Wait, is that the devil? Is that actually him? Wizard.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
Astron approves.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava.
Why was she able to take another turn?
I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you?
What say you?
What a lovely specimen she is.
Oh, Raphael.
A blushing
Yep.
apple begging to be plucked. The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
There's plenty about me you have no idea about. Why are you here? To play games? Just bugger off to hell, would you?
Don't I? Indeed. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
Oh, he's talking to Asteron.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal?
Right, he was talking about the lesser of two masters.
To taste my blood, little vampling. Think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil.
Devil.
Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
Hmm. Hmm. This is a bad idea. We should find another way. What are you talking about? What scars?
You haven't told them. And you've kept your clothes on.
How unlike you!
How unlike you. Why not let them see?
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
God damn it.
Don't worry. I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Well.
Now you know.
Now you know.
That must have been excruciating. All I know is you have us doing odd jobs for a devil. God, the coughing must have been excruciating.
Cazador worked on it from dusk until dawn. All with an ancient blade he called his needle. Cutting and tearing. Starting over if I screamed or winced too much. It was a rough night. But what's done is done, so how about we stop talking about it and just get on with things? Although I should probably get dressed first.
Good to know that devil can just, just snap people's clothes off.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked. Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
Yes. Mole's an obstinate one. If she's of mind, the team of Raphael, there's no changing it. We need to warn her, Raphael, before it's too late. The bargain's a good one, she should take it. She'll make the right decision, you'll see.
We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
Hopefully. For her sake, I hope you're right. If she's smart, she'll hear him out.
Should the child take even a small step towards independence, she'll be punished. And should that come to pass, death is the most pleasant outcome that fell bastard would give her.
Oh, okay. Now we just have the default stuff. Yes? You want to be lap kitty? Come here. Ugh. Shuffling the board. Kitty. Don't lick my thigh. Ow. Don't grab my nipple, please. Ow, don't bite me either. Oh, that's the barrier. I was like, what the hell just happened? Oh, innkeeper's key.
Maybe I need more pockets.
I'm gonna need more pockets. That fall was really funny. Ah, I bet I can get into that chest now. I bet that's what the key is for. I was like, what in here has been locked? Nothing. Thermodo, yeah. Wait. Oh.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
I would love to look through the floor, please. Innkeeper's journal. Related me to more fields. And masonry has been made. Rated. Evidence taken into questioning. I doubt I'll see my brother again.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Well, guess I'll take it. Oh, there's a pouch. What's in the pouch? A crinkled note. Ow, don't bite me. Go to my place, head to the basement. Ignore the chest a minute, go straight... Wait, let's see. We need to meet. The map is ready, go to my place, head to the basement, look for the tower, you should have the key, ignore the chest, I mean it, and go straight on through, you'll find it. Find Moorfield. Yeah. Alright, let's pick a direction and leave from there. Go this way. What are you doing? You are destroying my shirt. Ow! Put the claws away. Boop. F5. Yeah, what was over here?
What's that?
As I listen.
Send that to Will. Ow, you're kicking me. Ow, you're kicking me. Cat. She's biting the shit out of my hand. I have it wrapped in a blanket so it like doesn't hurt, but she's going to town.
Please, I just want to be alone.
Why are you crying?
It's Dennis. I managed to get away.
Let's see. How did you manage to get away?
I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Anything I can do to help?
Not unless you... Can you?
I'll do my best. Anything over here? Oh, that was another exit. Ow. Ow.
I can't.
God, cat. Ah, trapped on the bridge. Let's see if they step on them.
Never a dull moment.
No time to waste.
Defender of the people.
Don't touch me.
Don't
Step
touch me.
lightly.
Don't touch me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oh wait, is there no shadow here?
The gate was my hunting ground. I might be responsible for some of these.
The gate was my hunting ground. I might be responsible for some of these. Huh? Oh, these graves?
What's inside?
Weed moss. Oh, more moss. Open grave. What's in the open grave? Perception failed. Hmm? Where is this perception check at?
What's that?
Flaming fist. Someone beat her to a pulp.
Ah, shield. Shield bash. When your foe is hit with a melee attack, you can use a reaction to knock it prone, unless they succeed a dex save. Wait, Will filled another perception. I do not need to jump. Bones! That wine. What is up here? What do we have here? I'm digging.
No use digging here.
What the fuck? It looks so special. Get on the brazier. It's in the backpack. Nothing. Careful, you're going to fall out of my lap. No, you're just going to hop down. Okay.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
All's well that ends well. Ooh, what's over here?
Let's see what this does.
Oh wait, this is the basement. I wonder if this is the basement they were talking about in that note.
Something over there.
Something over there.
Something over there. Last sight detention key. I'm going to ignore the chest because that's what it said to do. I keep hitting R to take all, and that's not how you take all. Maybe this is what happens if you get arrested. This is where you go. Submit and go to jail. And then break out and cause a big problem.
Last Light's best bargains right here.
Burning through our oil.
Hello, heavy chest, what's in you? Yoink. going on over here?
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Mind never quiet.
Light! Turn back at once. Up ahead, the shadow curse hangs thick, its dark tendril curling, snuffing out all light and life. Even those with oil-smeared torches are not safe. Turn back now. Well, I have the light spell, and it seems to be doing just fine. Survival failed.
That might be worth a look.
We get along quite well, I think.
Sol Invictus!
It did snuff out my light.
I'm ready.
Let's move. At the ready.
Is this the hotel? The healing whatever? Roots. We're not going that way.
Hello there.
Hello there, Crafty. How are you doing, lad? Papa Duna.
You mean to reach Moonrise? And I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have
Keep
found
going
a way
in
to
10
move
minutes.
freely.
Alright, I'll make this the most riveting 10 minutes
must claim it.
possible.
A cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly.
You lead, I follow. Wait here, I need time
My
to
feet are
prepare.
planted deep till you return, but don't tarry. The greater the opportunity, the shorter its visit. Plans changed. Changed? Why? New consideration.
Okay, I can still leave. Let me double check what he said. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what, let's do that.
Wait as long as it takes.
As long as it takes for what?
For the winds to blow in our favor. Say the word, and we set the ambush in motion.
Let's take on the convoy. You lead, I follow.
Splendid. I'll mark your map should you lose the way. Harper's with me.
So, what's going on is...
Arm's length from your course.
I'm metagaming a little bit. And... Whoa, I got so many quest markers now? So, we ended in front of this little inn place. And what ended up happening was I talked to a bunch of people, some plot happened, and then I went and talked to a cleric, who then was ambushed.
Looks like there was a struggle here.
Who was ambushed and stolen. Because I'm pretty sure it was hyper-rigged. The person who was fighting us literally crit her 3 out of his 4 attacks and got hit by literally nothing. So he just straight up cheated. And then I loaded the game, and then decided not to talk to her because there's like a lot going on there. So I went and did all of that a second time. And now we're going to find a way to break the darkness, I guess. What?
Church every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
Fear results make yourself known. Hello.
What's this?
The Drider's eyes cut through the darkness, locking on
Driders.
you as your parasite squirms with excitement. Your minds connect, and you hear a voice whispering to you. The Absolute, or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the darkness.
One of your true souls, my queen. How have they survived?
The aid of my mind and my magic. I'm a master of both.
Magic alone could never have persevered. Ah, of course.
Drider. Yeah. Oh, it's a drow spider.
Queen?
I'm guessing.
Where is the lantern?
He absolutely guided me to you. He said I was to take yours. Fuck. Charisma. Yeah. Yep. And someone who failed their god. Ah, they betrayed Loth.
But Majesty, you gave this lantern to me. You said it was mine. No. We will keep your gift and drive this false one back into the dark.
Okay. We are all up here.
Take the moon lantern.
Alright. Sneak attack. Oh, I didn't put you all the way up here. Ah, shadows first. Fuck. And ambusher. How did you miss a 94%? Not in— oh, and cost resources to swap to a torch. That's annoying. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to swap those. I guess I could just jump back into the— oh, we don't have the movement though. There we go, back in the light. Oh, I could have gotten a surprise round. Oh, I guess we're taking the ladder. Yump. Hello there. I'm going to examine you. You have no resistances. You have a lot of health, though. Holy shit. Sleep. You know what? Wait, is this going to hit me? did not. Yes! Cannot harm Sanctuary. Oh, I didn't notice that. I don't have enough movement. Oh well.
I fear neither shadow.
Oh, and will. Okay. Wonder if there is a way I can finagle this fall.
Worth a try.
Okay, going that way. No, they betrayed law. They have failed law. Oh, didn't betray, they failed. Okay. Alright. Smack him! And one more time. And just go stand next to that guy.
Guard against the darkness.
Guy's taking and abusing. Why you can just stay up there? 49%. Yup. Ah, I see. Well... you don't have the light cantrip. Part. I was not paying attention to where that gremlin was. Awoo! Oh my god, Will just got his shit pushed in. Jesus Christ. Path is interrupted.
Time to move.
Do I have an angle on you here? I do!
On the hunt.
Being successful. That's annoying. Hunter's Mock Quarry. Attack him. There it is.
Best be on my way.
Hiss.
Here goes nothing.
Yump. Because I can't freaking attack you because you're cheating. I can just stand next to you and just AOO you. Meanwhile, Will got his ass beat. Whoop.
Making my move.
I like that the route was all the way around and you just went, no, I'm gonna get this way. Jesus Christ. Oh, a healing word to Will. He needs it.
Take you.
This way.
Multi-attack. Yes, I will self-parry that. Ah, do we get to beat him up now? I think we do. You're coming with me. No? What does Moon Shielded do? The shadows... yeah, it doesn't affect. Oh, he's dual wielding the torch. I see. He's no longer in Sanctuary, though. This is an AoE spec, isn't it? Smack. Arm creature warded by Sanctuary. Wait, I'm Sanctuary. Huh? Miss. Smack. And then punch. I that Will always hits the flurry of blows. I'm also going to probably respec him because the fighter thing that I took, the fighting stance I took for the fighter does not increase flurry of blows damage. So you have no weaknesses or resistances. Why are you also sanctuaried? Only me and Will are dying. Well, for some reason I was thinking that would get rid of the sanctuary, but I guess not.
Let's find some prey.
More.
Prone. Oh, Will! You're a god! Get fucked, idiot! Oh my god. So when Will does cold damage, he puts ice on the floor. And since he moved away and took an AoE from Will and he hit, he put ice on the floor. So he fell over! You fool! Ah, right. There's only a handful of spells I can do in... Oh Oh, because the spell attack rolled a crit. That's why. I'm going to breathe on you. I think. No, I'm not going to. I don't want to hit somebody. Get him, Will. Moon Lantern. Versatile. Is a club. Cruel Sting.
I cannot use that right now.
Hey, can you stop concentrating on the silence?
At least things have stayed interesting.
A victory is a victory.
More for me.
A key.
Won't you help me? Set me free.
Huh? What's talking to me? Is it the sword? Ah, I'm dying. Right, because light is on the weapon.
On my way.
Is my lantern talking to me? Let's get tip. Oh.
Lantern gives off a
Is it a
cheery
pixie?
glow,
Because it was powered by
reflecting
pixie
its
dust?
vicinity from the surrounding shadows. You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
Who are you?
My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice?
I need protection from this curse. If I release you, will you help me travel through the shadows?
It would be my pleasure, truly. Once I'm freed, I'll help you duly.
You're going to... I don't trust the Fae! Smash the lantern on the ground. Ignore the pixie, you'll be needing this lamp. What's this mechanism at the base of the lantern?
I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Ignore the pixie, you need this lamp.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you?
Just help me get through the... What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing would be to end a light at the first moment of freedom. Refuse to crush her. Ask her for her help. Yeah, ask her for help against the shadow curse. What's on the offer? Nothing. My help doesn't come with strings attached.
Sure I can, but will I? Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, good.
Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want?
I don't like
You're
this
welcome.
pixie. Light.
We get to see some interesting things. Almost makes them mortal peril.
What was it? Almost.
Been blessed already, haven't you? Move on with your life.
Huh? What the fuck? No, Pixie Blessing. Curse cannot affect this creature thanks to the protective magic. Oh, okay, we're good. Is that once per... I'm curious. And once per short rest.
Anything of use?
Oh yeah, they all died immediately. Hey, random Kingdom Hearts fan. Welcome. If you do fire damage, you into heat. How are you doing, lad? Oh, Shikimata. Greater healing potion. Now I'm gone. Spoilers. Alrighty. Thanks for popping in. Ooh, wooden chest. Yearning for the moon. Read. Oleander.
That might be worth a look.
Like to have added that to wares. Send that to... Yeah. I now have 3 broken moon lanterns. God damn it. What are you doing, game? Well, that seems a bit borked. Whatever, just give me my stabby moves back, please. Pesky pixie pestinome. An outhouse.
Has to put my hands on everything.
Were you expecting a needle? What? Why did they get on top of it? What are you guys doing? Don't let them just go in it. Oh wait, can I do this?
There is work to do.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Nice. Okay. We're just teleporting out the top.
Catch a break.
This must be where the curse gets thickest. Huh? Oh yeah, what was that quest? Yeah, we have thought protection for the curse. Hell's a murderer's murderer. He will set you right, don't worry. As I'm sure you can tell, you can't help but be a prodigy spree killer. It's your perfect nature. While you may have forgotten your past, you cannot forget what you are best at. Follow your butler. You can trust him. Okay, I'll do that. Rescue Wolverine, rescue the Grand Duke, rescue the Tieflings, lift the Shadow Curse, find Zelvor, punish the wicked. Waning Moon. That's where I need to go. I need to find what, the House of Hospitality? What was it? House of Healing. Okay, I'm going to do this. Go back here. No, I'm not gonna propaganda anything. I want to go in here because this place denied me entrance. And I'm going to be persistent and get in. Rusted chest. Ooh, a bunch of things. Bunch of ingredients. And an opulent chest. Hey, Ash.
Keep your distance, darling.
Keep your distance, darling. Lockpick that, please. You have an 11. You have a bonus 11. You need to roll more than a 5. Dirty 20. Unlocked.
Let's get going.
Ooh. Penumbral armor. If your obscure wear, they gain +3 to stealth checks. Send to Astrion. 15 with the max of +2. What is your dex? You have a +4 on your dex. Oh, he has medium armor. Oh, that means he doesn't have disadvantage on stealth, which means you have to. Well, let's see. Is a +3 to it? Nah, he's proficient, or he's expertise in it. Camp. I'm gonna throw some items with Will.
What to do?
Spring Slim Fit outfit. Nah. Just can't beat going shirtless. Hymns for the Gone. Read. Alright, down we go. Me look? What is a mean lock?
Out of sight, out of mind.
Cloak and dagger, my favorite.
Time to kill. Stepping softly.
Last light in cellar.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. Onward.
Does this count as adventuring?
What the?
On the prowl. Don't mind me. A knife in the dark.
Careful! Those are mean locks.
Their eyes are accustomed to darkness. A bit of light or fire will sort them right out.
Keeping quiet. Strike from the shadows.
Ah. Oh, it's not your turn.
Now what?
Critical hit.
There is work to do.
Ignis.
I won't give in.
Alright, firebolt. And spell attack. And second attack. And smack you with my heel.
One day I'll catch a break.
Saprinde! Oh, you can't make a second attack? Even though you took the attack option? Lame. Even the flurry of blows don't... Okay, I'm respecting Will. Just gonna make him a pure monk and just be sad about it. Ooh. And like that. Oh wait, examine. Your aura. Ah, light sensitivity. Gaslight is an action. Oh my god, they're fast. Speedy little buggers. Critical hit. Miss. Miss. Smack and punch. Never mind. Why did that get turned off? Teleport! Oh, they can teleport? Why didn't the other ones teleport? Oh! We want to fight them right here, because that means they have disadvantage on attacks. I need to move Will. Are you Guiding Bolt has hit twice of like the 7 times I have used it. Holy shit. Poke. Oh, you're dying. That's once per turn. Good to know. Claws on Will. No, he's frightened.
Forever dauntless.
Well, at least you can smack it. Critical miss. Smack.
Fleet of foot.
Ow. And he fell over. You're frightened. It is okay, just use this because it's a flat check. And what are you? Are you an undead? You are a fae. Twin-blade firebolt. Never mind.
This feels good.
Oh, he's frightened. What a shame.
This is my time.
Never my time. Alright, Ray of Frost. Immobile, frightened. How is that not in range? Are you... Every time I have a character concentrate on something, as soon as they get hit, they lose concentration. Meanwhile, every other motherfucking enemy in the game that has concentration, they lose it like 1 out of every 10 times. What is this horseshit? And you are now paralyzed, aren't you? You are very scared. You are still frightened. And it saved.
The blade will not bend.
Being infuriating. It's in range. I don't give a shit what you're telling me, game. You're just wrong. Is this a big AoE? Yeah, that will hit multiple people. Let's not use that.
A bright idea.
Did you throw it? Does he need to move to throw this? What the fuck? I don't think it's outside his normal fucking range. I have disadvantage of it because I'm too... What the fuck does Frighten do? Yeah, it doesn't let me move. Which is bullshit. That's not how that works. It means I can't get closer to the thing. And disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Why can't I throw this? I'm not throwing it outside of my range. Piss off, game. Crunch. That doesn't matter, he's paralyzed. Well, at least I'm in range of it. Unlike somebody. Oh, interesting. I count it as a spell attack. Interesting. That's weird.
I'm ready.
I need to disengage.
With finesse.
What the fuck? I don't get it. That just didn't function correctly. It literally said if you attack, cast a spell, or take an action, or take damage. That's really fucking pointless then. Oh yes, I'm gonna go invisible where I stood still. What a pointless fucking ability. Oh hey, I'm now suddenly close enough to it to hit it. Don't know why I wasn't the other 2 turns, but... Fuck ever. Like, can he actually get up? Oh wait, it's his bonus action though. Oh wait, that's not connecting it. Oh well. Wait, did it attack while it was blinded? Tenacity. Smack it for 3 damage anyway. Christ. That's a fucking nuisance. I wonder if they were actually rolling at disadvantage standing here.
Selûnite shrine, hidden away.
A haven within a haven. The prayerful seek solitude. Even Selûna's faithful.
Send to you. You have a new hat, darling. Why doing cutscenes? Oh wait, I don't actually think that hat is useful for him. Alright, you can be smart boy now. Nah, you can have the hat, I like it. It suits him pretty well. I think it might be the jacket. What is that? Venomous Fang. Serpent Poison Toxin. These things poisonous?
What's hiding here?
Is that a finger? Wild giant finger. Hoggers. I have concealed the sacred relics of our revered goddess in the darkest corner of this place. Morfred. My loyal brother seeks to forge a network of allies to stand against the oppressive reign of Catholic Thorm. Sadly, fear has gripped the hearts of many, turning them away from our cause. I cannot truly blame them, for trepidation fills my soul as well. But I must put aside my own fears and reunite with Morfred in the bowels of the Masons Guild. Together we shall preserve what we can of the Moon Maiden's light, and hope that the banners of the faithful soon rise against the treacherous dog Thorn. Pick up. Investigate the Selûnite Resistant. Last light side entrance key.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
Last light side entrance. Portrait of Snowy Brownbeard. Nice. Oval framed elven eminence.
Moving in.
This is what was under the inn. Hello. Cracked wall. Oak.
Sharp as ever.
Go kill.
Hit him hard.
Can't give up now.
My faith protects me.
Oh, aid is always readied. Nice. Wonderful. I am so glad I respect her into an actual good healing cleric.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Uh-oh, wow. More water. Oh, powder barrel. Did I just pick it up? Put it down. Here, you can have those, I guess. Yes, you can. Don't lie to me. Oh, I see. I didn't even notice these.
Private word would be nice.
The shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do.
Aww. What about me? What does this all mean? What about me? So what does this all mean?
Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. This isn't the first sign we've come across of a Sharan presence. I'm not sure I can keep ignoring them. Have you ever heard of the Dark Justiciars?
Yeah, you told me about
They were
them.
Lady Shah's most elite warriors. I can't explain why, but something about this reminds me of them. I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah, a temple perhaps. I need to know if there's more to this.
Okay. 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 Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's right. That's where we came in from.
I've got a long road ahead.
It's a 10:30. It's trapped. Well, let's see. Is this the chest I need to ignore and just continue down the path?
I'll give it a shot.
Nice. Last like side entrance key. Hey, back away from that. So if I turn around, I should force everybody out of the room, right? Well, if you get hit, it's your fault. Oh, I see. We have just blown through the other side. Okay. Lime, lemon, lichen dye. Death. Anything over here?
Trust no one.
Let's see if I can
Have I been this way before?
Well, wait. Sorry.
Someone there?
Disarm that, please. You literally can't fail it unless it's a 1. He's a happy little vampire.
Right. What now?
Lock. Okay.
How delicious.
Oh,
for a skeleton key.
DC 14. Just don't roll up 3. Fortification ring. When it deals spell damage, they'll be illuminated by a light source. Wait. While illuminated by a light source, they will also inflict radiant damage upon... Oh, they'll also inflict a radiating orb upon the target. What does that do? The affected creature has -1 to attack rolls per remaining turn. It also sheds bright light on an area surrounding it. Interesting. I think I like my rings. I can't get rid of that ring. You heal a creature, you gain 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 2 turns. There you go. There you go, you can have color spray. Not found not many useful rings.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I feel like there's something I'm missing down here, but I don't know what. Wonder where the Masons Guild is. Gale's a bomb. Yeah, we need to find the other entrance to the Grim Forge.
No one stopped me yet.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Hard to tell.
What are you doing over here? Mourning the loss of your comrades.
He was joking this morning. Jonas, I mean.
Smart. Bits of levity before a daunting battle never hurt. Give her time.
He was always joking. Said it was good for morale, but he just liked seeing people laugh. He was a good harper. A good friend.
Attack! Don't lose yourself in grief. Many more will fall in the battles to come. I'm sure he'd appreciate your prayers. Sounds like you were close.
We were comrades in arms. I thought we could have been something more one day.
Oh, she has the birds.
Too late now.
I'm sure he knew. I'm sure he cared for you as well. You'll get over it. Hey, it'll be alright.
I don't know. And I never will. I'm sorry.
Tragic love. She is inspired by that tale of loss.
Thank you for helping us out there. Those shadows would have torn us to bits.
Oh, okay. that was so brief. Okay, what's over here? House with flowers. I'm going to head east now, as soon as I get my orientation. Hold on. What do we have here? A quartermaster.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Anything to take off your hands? No calls to myself. Ooh, that's purple. 1T. Wait, what? Oh, snake people! Snake people mail. Add your dex mod to your class. Additionally, it does not impose disadvantage. So it does look like it still limits how much dex you can use. It's just not. It just doesn't do disadvantage. That does not look like a scimitar. It is a +2 scimitar. The Mighty Cloth. Gain both strength and increase your strength score by 2. Maximum of 20. Cannot be pushed against your will. You have advantage on saving throws against being restrained. Indigo dye. Incandescent stick. Firebolt and fireball. Spell attack +1. Shield of Devotion. Ah, 8. Shield of Devotion. 8. You gain 1 level 1 spell slot. Excuse me? You just gain a level 1 spell slot. Nice. And a cloak! AC +1. That's going on Will, because he needs AC. Oh, man. Lay bare their witness. Dealing damage with an unarmed attack, the wearer gains +1 bonus to their spell save DC until the end of their turn. That doesn't... not that useful. Deal fire damage to them. Yo! That makes it so you don't... I kind of just want to buy those, that way I don't have to dual class people if I ever want to like change things. Because you need to pick up 2 weapon fighting. The fighting style to have your proficiency bonus and your... Or no, I think you have your proficiency bonus to attack. What does it do? Your ability modifier. Okay. Yeah. It also lets you dual wield anything. Well, I don't want to spend money. Bother. Ouch.
Out the darkness forever.
Will, I have a cape for you. Nice. I love that it's pre-covered in blood. Listen! Extra spell.
See any movement out there?
I honestly don't know which one is better. I mean, this temporary HP is definitely nice. But also, saving throws are a lot more frequent. I'm going to send you to camp. And you. Missed things to sell. Well, I'll sell them now.
If you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Leave. Okay. What do we need to do? We need to find... Okay, yeah, I have a couple of instruments. Let's see if I can go, like, put one in his hands. I'm assuming I'm going to have to go to the House of Healing or whatever it was to actually do this.
Gander at the finest stock.
Viscousness? I kind of want to craft it just to see what that does. Places I do see not be need. Who has an extended crit range? You're not likely to die.
No time to rest.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. I don't
Okay. Figured
Time
as
to
much.
press ahead.
And I'm just going to drop these. Ooh, the game is dying. I don't think I talked to these two. Drop.
Hey, give it a rest, Alfred. Not the bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of... Sure, she's in... Guess you need to...
No, she's not inside anymore. I talked to her already. Where are we going? Oh yeah.
Heading out without Isabel's blessing. Have you got a death wish?
I've got a torch. Oddly, I've got a lantern that protects me against the shadows.
Look at that. May it keep you from the shades. Not sure we can afford to lose an ally like you.
You know, I wonder if the area just stays protected.
Let's get going.
Regardless of her being gone. Like, it doesn't actually change anything. I feel like it definitely should. But at the same time, it's also really shitty that the game kind of, like, pushes you to talking to her as soon as you get there. And if you do, that happens, so... I don't know. You are inspired. I'm going to dig right here.
Nothing.
I'm going to dig right here.
Nothing.
I'm going to dig right here.
Nothing.
We're going to find something eventually.
No use digging here.
Well, What about right here?
No use digging here. Nothing but dirt. Nothing interesting buried here. Nothing interesting buried
I
here.
know it's not that particular.
Nothing but dirt.
DC 30. That's not meant to be passed. Also, it's a perception check.
Here goes nothing.
Ah, this again. We have been surprised. I think this is a perception check. Yoink! Well, good thing my AC is really good. What the fuck? I am getting bullied.
More skirt.
It's really dumb that just does
holding back.
There's disadvantage. For just being immobilized.
Watch and learn.
And punch. Is there a reason I missed my turn? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why couldn't I get up? So we have been surprised. I was yoinked. I was hit, and then I was yoinked. Use it and make it fall prone. And I got conditioned prone, and then they are beating my ass. And then they entangled the party. And then they all missed me. We are no longer surprised. Why didn't I get up? Why did it skip my turn? There is no fucking reason for me to still be prone and to have missed my turn. No fucking reason at all. Is knocked down different from prone? I just have... Did they do something that made it so I couldn't move, and therefore I didn't have speed to get up? Is that what happened? Even though nothing like that actually happened? Yeah, that was on yourself. I don't think these are undead, are they? They're plants. They should be weak to fire, but I don't think they are. Don't know if that's worth even trying. Must be humanoid. Did not know that. What spell are you missing? Oof. Yes.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I'm alive. I know what I can do. Oh wait, I could just have done this. You. I'm still invisible, but I took. I guess I took a bonus action.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Oh, good. The weeds are gone. No, 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 no.
Battle favors the fearless.
Smack.
Today you fool.
Punch. Good job, Will. Beat their ass. Oh god, now everybody's he's so dead. Oh, he saved. Better man than I. Also, I'm still fucking casting Fireball if they stay clustered like that. Constrict on Shadowheart. You'll move, Shadowheart.
Better get to it.
Ah, yes, they started their turn in it. Deflect missile. Let's see. And shoot it back with a key point. Sure. Nice. Poke. Miss.
Nothing important is ever easy.
See if I can cast this in a manner that doesn't hit my entire party.
It made me your enemy.
Die! Ah, right, I went back invisible because of my thingy.
The victor's path. I found my mark.
Smack. Smack. And punch. Nice save. What is the save? It is a strength save. Oh, you're attacking, I see. Yump. There we go. I think because of Will, I can't quite nail. Oh, wait, I can. Schmack. Wait, move your Hunter's Mark first. The big guy. No. Do Hunter's Mark. Or now do sneak attack. Is it immune to lightning damage? That's weird. Wonder why.
Blood comes easy these days.
And now we will do some spell striking.
Here we go again.
Poke. Attack! Which I should already have Arcane Cascade. I will smack you. And I will miss.
This is my time.
Punch. Smack. And punch. Why does that keep turning off? Yeah, that's better. Critical hit. Nice.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Poke. I fucked that up. Oh well. Oh, that's a short rest.
No holding back.
Smack. Yes. No. Is this a bonus action? It is a bonus action and it's also a key point. Staggered. And second attack. That was an ambush and a half.
Still breathing.
I am
despite everything.
genuinely surprised I didn't fucking die. Ironwood Club. Oh, it only does 4 damage because of my thingy. It's just a +1 weapon, I guess.
What a day. I could really use some shut-eye.
Better than nothing.
Oh, right. Walking through them sucks. Putrefied tumor. I'm stuck. Stop getting stuck, you twits. Back, Oleander.
Always room for more.
E. Any idea what this is going to be to? That chest, maybe? Yum. Unlocked with the key. Self-immolation. Nice. I can set myself on fire. How are we over there?
My mind.
And well, in it. I mean, this is where the curse is a bit thicker. Kind of hoping to get into another fight before her thingy runs out. Big time.
That might be worth a look.
Dwega. Gray Scout's Journal. A quest item. Vines. Oof. Waypoint discovered. Shadowed battlefield. Nice, this is where I was headed. There's a quest marker here. Oh, good. Quick save.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play. Maybe they want to play.
Pixies.
Boo! I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
Will you play with me? Play isn't a place for a child. Even if that is what you are. So it'll be like that. You either wind up killed by mistake. In a moment, maybe. Have you seen another little boy? His name is Daniel. Who are you?
I'm Oliver. I'm 7. Will you play with me?
Maybe in a moment. Have you seen a little boy? His name is Daniel.
I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again.
Will you play with me? Okay. What do you want to play?
Alright. I'll hide.
They approve that I played with the kid.
Find me, and you win.
And if I don't find you...
Then you lose.
I feel like there's more to it than that. Alright, let's begin.
Get ready. And no cheating.
It was invisible.
You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win.
Get wrecked, idiot. Don't be a sore loser. Let's play again.
Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught.
Free for the taking.
Throw!
If not over, then through.
I need to keep focused. No time to dally.
Can you dash while... sneaking? You can. I've never tried that. Daddy. Mummy. Mummy. And now I just hope that they don't fucking turn into here. And we'll be fine.
Never a dull moment.
Pickpocket the child. See, they're probably going to turn in here. So let's maybe follow one of them. He's the environment.
You're good at this. Are you sure you didn't cheat? But I can't let you think me a bad sport. Here's your prize. You'll need it.
Reward for playing hide and seek. Pass without trace ring. Interesting. But yeah, you can have that. You can equip it. As you don't have a ring. Add to wares. And send to me.
Let's not get caught off guard.
I think we're good.
Don't mind if I do. How much farther can I go?
Wait, what's in the chest?
Something good here, I hope.
Locked. Dad's axe. Oh. That's special. I'm just gonna send it to camp.
Keep a blade close.
Hunt completed. As a bonus action, you can... Wait! What? Until long rest? Interesting.
Hardly a challenge.
That's kind of nice. That 100 mark's really good then. That's just extra damage. Ring of Maternal Inhibition. When the foe fails a saving throw against one of your spells or actions, they gain mental fatigue for 2 turns. Spells or actions. Let's see. Level up. Level up range. Oh, but I'm gonna get Assassin next. But Ranger level 5 gives an extra attack. Fuck Cloud. Silence, maybe? No, I already have a concentration spell. That's also a concentration. Right. This is the problem with Rangers. They have a butt ton of concentration spells. You know what? Summon Beast. Yeah, I'm fine with those. Let's see. Level 2 spell slot, level 1 spell slot, and extra attack. I think that's worth it. I think next level he'll get Assassin.
Defender of the people.
Meanwhile, Will, I need to get rid of Fighter. Although Action Surge might not be a bad idea. I get at level 6? Your unarmed attacks count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical damage. Move further. Additional key point. Psychic damage, necrotic damage, or radiant damage. Regain half your key points when you enter a temporary state of wholeness. You regen key points. You have an extra bonus action. Okay. Those benefits are pretty good. Now he has Radiant Fists.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Level 7. Level 4 spells. Death Ward. Protect a creature from death. Next time the damage is reduced to 0, it remains at 1. Call forth a Divine Guardian that attacks nearby enemies. Every time it deals damage, the Guardian loses an equal amount of HP. Huh. Okay, freedom of movement. Snap an ally out of stun, difficult terrain. Can't slow them down, and they can't be magically paralyzed or restrained. Target is restrained by non-magical means. It can spend 1.5 movement to free itself. Banishment. Get out of this realm. Yeah. Really? That's all for level 4 spells. And my turn. Magus. Polymorph. Phantasmal Killer. Haunt a creature with illusions of its greatest fears. It takes damage per turn and can no longer move and will be easier to hit. The Phantom Land. What is the -2 turns? Does it take 2 turns to cast? Oh, incapacitated for 2 turns. Oh, that's a symbol for it. That fire shield. Oh yeah, you can make a really hot or a really cold shield. That's Wall of Fire. Summon Elemental. Charm Monster. Does that work on dragons? Light. There's Blade. I have a scroll for that, though. Psychic Lance or not? Psychic Lance or Phantasmal Killer? Oh, that's a wisdom save. Why are those on the same tier? Minor elemental to fight alongside you, or just a regular elemental to fight alongside you. Weird. Let's go with the lance. Oh, we get another one. What's the new one on this tier? Might just do that. Well. Enter the Arcane Cascade stance, using the triggering spell to determine what type. Those on stealth, deception, persuasion checks equal to half your intelligence modifier. In addition, you can hide as a bonus action. You make a spell check with a leveled spell. You may send one arcane point to attack 2 creatures within 5 feet of each other. You know what? Oh wait, what's this one? There's a bonus. You get a bonus to concentration checks equals your intelligence. Yeah. I got some concentration spells. Yeah, tough. There's another bonus here on the class. Also, we also get to miss. Exit. Alright, leveled up.
Let's move. Have to keep
F5.
going.
I think it's 11:22. This is a pretty decent spot to stop. I now have 2 level 4 slots and no level 3s. It's a shame that I lost my...
Open up.
Open up. I had 2 wares.
Don't mind if I do.
What was I supposed to find here? A house with flowers. Black oleander. What do I need the flowers for? What is this quest? Surely this isn't Waning Moons. Holy shit. I guess I could talk to the kid again. Hello, child.
Not back to gloat, are you? Nobody likes a bad winner. I still think you might have tricked me. If you did, I'll figure it out.
Okay, then. Stop. Stuffed owlbear toy. Yoink. Why is this marked on my map as like an important locale? Is it because I was doing the hide and seek here and I couldn't like leave the zone? Let's see if I want. I can learn that too. I need to use one of those Rays of Sickness. Which one was it? I thought there was one more. Oh, this one. That's a lot of money. see. Need the lance? Man Blight. Unlock my bar. No, don't do that. Magic missile at level 4. 6 projectiles. I'm doing a D4 plus 1 every. Yeah, 2 to 5. Yeah, that makes sense. And there's a D4 plus 1. Why would this be a place you can fast travel to? Oh, that's the direction I want to go then. Good lord. We're going westward. Or maybe I should actually stop. Because it is 11:30. I think I will do just that.